we know what a normal uterus looks like, in that you've got the muscle of the womb and the lining in the womb that regenerates every month. And there's lots of very subtle, weird, wonderful abnormalities in terms of the way uterus looks in its shape and size. You can have a uterus that's got sort of two horns rather than just one cavity in itself. You can have a uterus that's got a muscle strand or a septum down the middle of it. And there's some evidence that women who've got one of these subtle abnormalities are more likely to have problems with fertility and miscarriage than if you don't have one of these abnormalities. Whether those abnormalities really cause the problems, we don't really know. So if you've got one of these subtle abnormalities, you may have a slightly increased risk of having problems. There's no great data, though, that shows that actually surgically fixing one of these problems, which is the only way you can act on them, actually improves the outcome. And the vast majority of women that have got one of these subtle abnormalities have absolutely no problems at all. And there is the risk that if you go in and unnecessarily treat one of these subtle problems surgically, you could cause more problems than actually you had in the first place. So in most scenarios, it's a bit of a watching and a waiting brief, making people know the small increase in risk, and perhaps only acting in those people who are bound to have a problem and are also having problems conceiving or also having problems with miscarriage. So the default is to investigate and probably do nothing, and only act if you really need to.